How's it going, my fellow Cowficians? Co-host Agent Kato speaking, and welcome to the next 5-minute review, more or less, of a game called Super Meat Boy. Yeah, that game. Developers by Team Meat. I'm pretty sure this needs no introduction. It's a game that I'm also going to be that I have most likely end up releasing by the time you'll see this on my YouTube's playthrough. Obviously, I want to say everyone knows something about this game already, but I'm just going to put in my 2 cents. The game is obviously well worth it. I played the 8th anniversary of the game, where it has obviously improved graphics and improved music into the game. It took me about 15 hours to get 100% clear of the game, so anything that isn't online, it took me 15 hours to get everything, which from what I heard from my Twitch chat was that I did it rather quickly. I don't really know though, because I knew that before playing it this time around, I actually ended up playing the original a few years ago, like most likely over 5 years ago, but I didn't get past either like the 3rd world, I want to say. I remembered playing the Salt Factory, but I can't remember where the Salt Factory was located. Beyond that, again, I did play it. I didn't get like anywhere near 100% back then, and then coming into this game, I was like, I know I'm going to enjoy it, but I also know that it's going to be stupid hard, and the game not being as hard as I thought it was going to be was a little bit strange. Obviously, to find the locations of all the hidden bandages, some of them are a little bit tough to find versus others. The game obviously rewards you with how many bandages you collect and how far you can get into the game. Like some characters have double jump or float or do even weird things. So what was even odd is I actually ended up you can play as the little robot from Machinarium, which is another game that I reviewed, and I was like, oh, okay, this robot. So the only reason I'm mentioning it is because I'm not sure if that robot was there in the original game or not. If it was, it's pretty neat that I actually ended up playing Machinarium before Super Meat Boy, but if it wasn't, it's also neat that they ended up adding it in, and then me playing the game before Super Meat Boy, so it was like, oh, okay, this is strange and pretty weird. Kind of like when you find an old friend that you sort of forgot all about until you start talking to them. It's like, oh, are you this person? Oh, damn, kind of thing. Obviously, everyone knows it's just a, it isn't a puzzle, but you have to save your girlfriend, which is Bandage Girl, and you play as Meat Boy. And you have to run around collecting keys or just getting to the exit without dying, because anything that hits you will make you start back from the beginning. It has secret levels, so secret levels that have 3 levels inside of them, or you just have to beat the entire thing in one go. Super fun. It is very difficult, so I was very surprised that I ended up beating the game as fast as I did. But to me, like, again, I don't really have anything to compare, so if you guys are willing to tell me how long it took you to either beat the game or get 100%, I believe I got like less than 4,000 total deaths by the time I ended up beating the entire game. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the game was released on the November 30th of 2010. I want to say the 8th anniversary version. I'm not really sure about the original one, but regardless, it is super fun. I would definitely suggest to play the game sometime, especially since Super Meat Boy Forever is going to be released in the year 2019. In case you're watching this in the future, by the time I ended up already recording and releasing this game, I want to say this game is around a $15 range, but most likely because of how old the game is, it'll most likely always be in discount in some form or fashion. So take that however way you want. The sound effects are amazing, the music is great, the puzzle / difficulty is awesome. So if you've ever played a game called Celeste, basically it's something like that, but obviously in its own way, especially since Celeste came way later after Super Meat Boy. But other than that, I don't want to say much more. Just know that the game is obviously worth playing. Hope you give it a shot regardless of the difficultiness. Just take a chance. So even if you're not good at difficult games, just give it a chance, see how it plays. If not, you know, perfectly fine. You can always curse me out in the comments. If not, or if so, just, you know, just know that even though it is a hard game, that doesn't mean it's not fun. So with that, I'm gonna head out, and hope you enjoyed, and peace out.